Hey guys, how we doing? No. The kid's in bed. He's not sleeping yet. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that means we'll get a longer stream out of it. So yay! I'm excited to play more. I know that last time we just got into like the city proper. And we just came to after being murdered. So. Okay, so this one is way above our current level. That one we looked at. I want to find the one about. Yeah, it's gonna let me do. Quality tiers. That's what I want to find the tutorial on. I wish there was a search. There's so much shit that half the time I just. I need like a proper. So we've kind of we've come to the okay, here we go. Okay. Common, fine, exceptional, superb, and legendary. Okay. So I was talking to Mux, and we found out that I am almost definitely CPU capped, so it's probably the one that we'll do first. Because this is the lowest level one. But I also do wanna. We could still go find the Adiran embassy as well too. But no, I'm almost definitely CPU capped. Okay, hang on. I want to like do a test here. We'll just leave it. No, let's see the difference. Let's see if I can tell the difference. Sometimes I can. Like, I am one of those people that can tell the difference between upscaled and not upscaled. But Mux was saying that supposedly, like, and I did like FSR better, but supposedly DLSS 3 might be better now. Check one more time. I think I might be crazy. I'll maybe log in and like not do anything, but just like look around when Mux is home later. Because I feel like her face was like getting blurry under DLSS, but
hey, I had a dream
I might
about
just
you.
be crazy. Hey, Undo. Well, Undo, I'm somebody, like, I used to, so, when DLSS was first, like, really, like, promoted during Cyberpunk, I remember I was visiting, and, sorry, there's, like, shit. I need to clean my keyboard off, is what I need to do. I was visiting, and me and Mux were watching some videos where they were comparing, native 1080, native 4K, and then DLSS rendered at 1080, but upscaled to 4K. And they were like, look, you can't even really see the difference between the... or like the average person won't even be able to see the difference between the upscaled and the native. And I was just like, every single time I looked at it, and I was like, 1080, upscaled, native. 1080, like, I could tell every single time.
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside.
Oh, well then. But no, we're pretty sure that I'm CPU limited because that would explain why,
You're looking well.
when I tried changing the settings, my frame rate didn't change. You were just saying I'm crazy in general. I mean, that's kind of a given, though. Like, for me, it's not even necessarily around the edges. Like, I do have to sharpen it after the fact. Because otherwise, it just looks so blurry, it makes me sick. Like... So, I usually do... I usually try to do quality if I can. Like, if I can't do native. I usually try to do quality. I refuse to go lower than balanced because otherwise it just looks like shit. But then I usually also have to adjust, like, add sharpness to it as well. So for the topic, I'm not crazy. I just thought it was funny because Mux was watching one of his, like, tech news guys. And the guy said that, like, every time he walks up to, like, a tech demo, the attendance always grown because he's somebody, like, I guess it's not common, though, that people can tell the difference, because supposedly, the guy's always grown because this guy can tell the difference every time. And I'm just like, is that actually unusual? Because it seems pretty damn obvious to me. Now, if I'm just looking at this, would I instantly know that it was upscaled? Possibly not. But if you were to give it to me side by side, yeah. You prefer frames over beauty. See, I'm the opposite. That's how Mux is. Mux has a 120 hertz monitor. Or actually, I think it's just technically higher, but 120 is the most commonly supported one that works well. It's got like one of those NVIDIA things that lets you use a gaming mode to push the frames higher or something. But if anything, it actually results in almost a lower looking frame rate and shit just looks weird. So, That's my inventory. Do I have... Okay, I have health potions. You know what? I don't want to buy any of this yet. Because I need to see if... I can afford any new weapons and stuff. There's a quest up there. The kid fall asleep? Yes. But no, he wants to upgrade my computer. But I told him he's not allowed until we get... That sky looks weird.
Envoy, could I speak with you for a moment?
What setting would that be? Maybe that'll help. I don't remember the skies looking like that before. The shadow looks better. I don't know what setting that would be in the sky, if any. I have to have Mux look at it with me later.
Godlike. Interested in saving a couple of lives?
If he sat on aesthetic presentation, it makes sense. Especially if you have it in the back of your mind or have a less unconscious preference about it, things looking amazing.
Could I speak with you for a moment?
Like my games look pretty.
So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the Strangleroot, right?
You clearly want something from me. What is it?
I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Adirans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand?
So how are you doing though, dude? What does a Valian care for some unlucky Adirians?
Oh, heroic and observant, huh? Joking aside, I know this seems strange, but they helped me out when I needed it. I'm just trying to return the favor.
Okay. How do you know these people?
A fair request. I was an animancer in Fjord, just through the mountains in Emerald Stair. A lot of Valian animancers came to Fjord to experiment without the restrictions that come from noble patronage. Well, it turned out my high-minded theories were more explosive than I had calculated. I washed out, disgraced. Then I left Emerald Stair and I lost myself in a bottle at the Grinning Ballarok. Lofled and Gladwine pulled me out of it.
Okay, tell me about your friends.
Galarde. Lofled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of adherents. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an adherent in the city. Now they're everywhere.
Let her continue.
Anyway, with all these adherents coming in, Lofled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adherents in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink.
You may have given this game a chance if it wasn't for the art director. I mean, so far, I'm really enjoying it. You're glad to watch me play. I really like the magic system, if I'm being honest. Like, I like the whole idea that, you cast spells from grimoires, but you can spend talents to learn the spells permanently. I really kind of like that.
Exactly. And the required herbs grow in the wilds around Paradis. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Adiran envoy, for the hero who braved the Strangleroot, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima.
That's what's his face from Mass Effect, isn't it? I have to look that up. Because that's gonna fucking bother me. Garrus! That's who I was thinking of! Yup. Okay, I'm right. I was trying to remember the dude's name. I couldn't remember Garrus. I was like, Varix... Varys... You'll be interested to hear my overall feeling after a full playthrough. Many people say it grows stale over time. And I mean, that would be something that would be interesting to see because... I both have a, like, short attention span, but I also, like, I can totally get down behind doing the same thing 100 times if it's something fun. You know? If it's tedious, not so much. Yeah.
Many thanks, Envoy.
You value my opinion, so you trust me.
There is one more
Honestly,
thing
and dude, that's...
Landits. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork.
That's actually one reason why I got this on release. It's because I know that quite a few people in the community would potentially be interested in this game, but might wanna get an opinion of somebody that isn't gonna sugarcoat shit. Certainly you could do that part yourself. Or why hasn't he?
I don't know. That's the problem. Mako and I had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes.
Origins I liked. I don't know if I ever 100%ed it. I think I got close. I didn't like the New Game Plus part. Because, I think the New Game Plus is where you start running into the problem that I then saw in Odyssey, where you're no longer an assassin that can just, like, get a really smart move in that it can potentially take out an entire camp. Or, like, you can't one-shot, like, anything. And that, to me, kind of killed the whole Assassin's Creed feeling. Killing is your business, and business is good. Alright, okay, I'll talk to him.
Thank you, Envoy. God bless you.
Okay. And there's more quests. Okay, so that's a low-level one, too. Oh god, there's a lot to explore just here in Paradis. I can still do this area here. And this is just like one zone of it. Like, that's just this area. You'll play Odyssey next, so thanks for the warning to temper your expectations. With Odyssey, what I found was, so like I was playing it on hard, because that's usually what I try to do. I'm playing this on hard. I thought about going like the max difficulty, but I didn't want to punish myself too much. With Odyssey, I was actually playing it on hard, and then I found that, again, it didn't feel Assassin's Creed-y, and I'm not even going to get into the story reasons why. But, like, it was getting into the whole idea that everything was tanky. Like, I ended up dumping my settings just because you're having, like, tanky Dark Souls bosses. Except that you don't get big enough hits for, like, just really nailing down like, the choreography. Yeah. Like, in particular, I remember this wasn't even a main boss. This was, like, one of the side bosses. Or one of the event bosses or something. Like, there was a Minotaur. And, I would get his, like, his attack pattern down. And, like, I would barely even be through 1/10 of his health. And then I start messing up, not because I no longer remember the attack pattern, but just because, like, I'm getting tired. You know? You don't want to be doing a fight for half an hour just because it takes
Someone
that
went to a
much.
lot of trouble to make sure that wouldn't be found.
So, to be held until further notice. Boot knife, white leaf sword, arrows, Svefberry grenades, modified pistol, doesn't fire. Grave step, sickle. Seen more weapons this week than the past 2 months combined. Should report to Captain Sinric. Is this organized? What is Paradise planning here? More challenges don't always mean more fun. Sounds like a good example of it. Well, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't mind a challenge. I just feel like, and I wouldn't even care if it, like, if it had the appearance that it was that much of a bullet sponge, but maybe after you had survived for, like, so long, you got an opportunity to do, like, somehow, like, an environmental thing would happen that would let you get an opportunity to do, like, 50% damage to the dude or something. And maybe there was and I just missed it, but I don't think so. Ooh. Okay, that might be good. Cool. Plus 10% shock damage. And it's like those are like the little kind of things that can make me go from wanting to like 100% a game to just kind of being like, okay, I'm just gonna let's just do the story now and then we'll call it. I mean, I could go up there. I don't know why the fires look purple from a distance.
Well, I'll be chomped by a Zaret queen. You're that godlike from the docks.
I do not have Valhalla. I was kind of interested in the base building aspect, but honestly, Odyssey kind of turned me off of Assassin's Creed a little bit. I am interested in Mirage though, because I have heard that it goes back to more of an Assassin's Creed feeling. So Mirage is something that is on my list. But I mean, I don't have a lot of money right now. So like I spent all of my money grabbing this.
I can't believe my luck. Nothing all year, and then boom, interesting strangers just falling out of the sky.
Is the exciting reports of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Shadows, I mean, honestly, if anything, the controversy around Shadows would just make me want to play it more. Because I like playing games that have so many feelings and everything behind them to start with, because I don't really... I know the general idea of the issues with stuff, because Mux watches a lot of gaming and tech news. But I personally don't always watch a lot, so I just kind of like, I get the general gist of what's going on. But especially when I see something that's got like that many, like, or that strong, either that quantity or that strong of feelings behind it, often in a negative way, yeah, I actually like to play it myself, especially on stream, because I would be able to give the opinion of somebody going into it without, like, biases to begin with. Like, I still want to play, Dragon Age Veilguard. Because I've seen some clips of stuff that is just... makes it look so fucking bad. But I would, like... And there's, like, people, like, really chewing it out based on these, like, 1 or 2 clips. And it's like... Is the whole thing actually that bad? Well, I want to do a full Dragon Age playthrough. I actually, we were by the used game store, because I already have one on the Xbox. I had Inquisition on the PS4. I bought 2 for the Xbox from the used game store. So I want to do all 4. And do Veilguard immediately after doing the first 3. Yeah, no, I would do them in order. I would do them in order. And the whole idea would be getting that perspective of it after playing the original 3. I won't have, like, the like, branch off games, but...
Indeed. A young
after
dwarf
doing the
and his
original
groom
3,
stopped by.
and then just seeing if
Seemed
some of the stuff is as
agitated,
bad
like
as
they were afraid of someone.
it is.
They were asking all sorts of people. Seems like I was the only one willing to really speak to them. They were asking where they could find luminous Adra, of all things. Can't imagine what they'd needed it for. I said they were most likely out of luck, but I might know somewhere they might find some if they looked hard enough.
But that's kind of the general idea, like, what I mean, though, is, like, I like to give my own raw opinion without... And I know that's probably why people like you and some of the other regulars value my opinion, is because it's mine and mine alone. The chick's glasses are whack. I think they look kind of cool.
Well, you've done your reading. You're
Like,
exactly
they look
right.
very bling. Like, they're
Not
very
long ago,
shiny on the
a
front.
group of animancers looked to carry out some experiments into teleportation. They carried their instruments and a healthy supply of luminous Adra to the island of Castel's Folly. It's possible there's some still there.
I assume the experiment went poorly.
Oh, I'm afraid not. No, those people were never seen again. That's why I think their Adra might still be there. Question, why are you looking for those sailors? Did the Valian captain send you?
You brought them up, yeah.
I wouldn't worry. The smugglers are probably getting themselves killed searching for something that isn't there.
Okay. That was a weird...
Sometimes we get more contraband coming through here than honest goods.
That dialogue seemed a little off. Like, I didn't bring them up, you did. Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, that's either really suspicious or really poor writing. I'm not sure which. Like, I think I was like holding his crotch.
Wish that sawbones would hurry up. I gotta get back to him. Wow.
Sometimes to appreciate games you have to experience the contrast of trash, wisdom.
I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs.
You look like a bear tried to have you for lunch. What happened?
My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy.
I mean, I really liked some games that people thought were shit, so... Or that got, like, mixed reviews, or... This temple sounds dangerous. What are you doing there?
It's built on ruins, and the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple, someone the locals call the Oracle. He's a... well... he's like you. A godlike.
Okay. The gods recalled nearly all of my kin during Eothas' march through Deadfire.
All the gods but one, I guess? Because this Oracle, he belongs to Eothas. And if the rumors are true, he's the very last of his kind.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
I have some thoughts
Sorry.
on that, Undo.
I just...
After this.
Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick.
Kai, do you know anything about this oracle? Okay, so... I think one thing that's not helping the cartoony nature, or the cartoony appearance for you, is the facial animations in this are really weird. It's like, what's going on above this and below this isn't connected. I noticed it first on, like, one character, and now that I'm looking for it, I'm kind of seeing it elsewhere. So I know that's not going to help. And then... Uncanny Valley. Yeah. Which is weird, because we know that that doesn't have to be a thing in games anymore. So, it's just like, yeah, it's a little odd. And then you're gonna run into the problem that you're always gonna run into whenever you try to make, like, a lush, vibrant, living, environment. Kind of like it looks like they're trying to do here. Where... if it can be really hard to make a colorful landscape not look at least kind of cartoony. So we'll see where the story goes, but I could see those two things being part of the problem. Okay.
Not much. He doesn't get out often. But I've heard he's hundreds of years old and only speaks to godlikes. So, he probably hasn't seen much company in a while. Can't say I blame him. People still fault Aethys for the Saints' War, and that was 25 years ago. If I were the earthly avatar of everyone's least favorite god, I'd go into hiding too.
If nobody wants him here, then he should leave.
Because, like, but at the same time, with, like, the little bit of lore that I've seen coming up about this island already, you couldn't make it, like, not have that kind of atmosphere. So, like, color and appearance. Like, it's not... But, like I said, we'll see what comes with...
Gods, do you
comes as
mean
it goes.
I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass.
Okay. Anything else I
The
should know?
Oracle is said to possess a holy relic that belonged to Aethys, a part of the god's Titan body. This Oracle, I don't know if he's dangerous, but he's supposed to carry a sword full of diamonds. I'll probably never get to see it now.
Who are the pilgrims?
Well, I gather there were folks who worshipped Aethys. And they'd come to this temple from all over the living lands to pray, or be healed, or to ask forgiveness. But Aethys isn't too popular these days, so...
So, most people don't go there anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Alright.
Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
Cool. Hey, we got several One Skull quests, so... But... we are still looking around.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober.
Thought for a second that was supposed to look like somebody was on the toilet, or the bucket, but like one of the boots is tipped over. Oh, Kai's got some stuff to say back at camp too, but we'll worry about that later. How many, like, I don't think I can go in like all of these. Okay. Thank goodness. That would make this game freaking huge. Oh, wait. What's up here? Like, this is a thing. Okay. Oh, I got a bow.
Beyond safe!
Alright. Bows it is.
guess Adiran discipline doesn't apply to pest control.
Knew there'd be something here, cause... Oh, the spider webs. Oh, I can get back up there. Yes.
Aye, aye.
There's like a little bit of a parkour element in this, which is kind of cool. I want to use my mouse wireless, but it's gonna crap out on me. Like, not crap out, it's... I think it's because I've got the dongle in the back. But it does not always have the best quality, like, connection. Is there anything up here? Oh wait, hang on. Can I get up there? I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go from here. If anywhere. There was like a lot more that way though. Okay, let's talk to these guys first and then we'll go back there.
You died. But you're here. God,
Yes.
am I glad to see you. None of the clerks believe my story.
Envoy, is it really you?
Yes.
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
When they have all the facial hair, it's not as bad, and maybe that's because the facial hair hides some of the face moving, so... Fine. So who killed me?
Not even death can slow you down, I see.
But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Captain Cynric said you have a missive for me from the Emperor.
I hope this was worth the trouble.
Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
His Majesty is concerned the Crown's efforts in the Living Lands could be jeopardized by the Dreams. The Emperor sent me to investigate the Dream Scourge. I'm gonna go this one.
And I can't think of anyone more suited for the job. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
I think they're going a little heavy on the foreshadowing. Because I don't even know anything about the story, and I can already take a good guess at the... referring to how I healed the Aja in this Strangle Riot.
Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
Assuming it's not already here.
Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
And you're not?
At least rebels know the meaning of negotiation and compromise. But a plague kills indiscriminately. Though, even I must admit, the rebels have gone too far. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
They seem to have it out for us specifically. Do you know why?
Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have a strong aversion to being told what to do.
I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisen rebels must face justice.
Green Fishman looks scary. He's just like tanky kind of dude. And mercenary, so that's probably the idea. He seems relatively nice though. The Dream Scourge is my top priority.
True, but you can't investigate the Dream Scourge if you're dead.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
You've proven capable so far. What can he do that you can't?
Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the Living Lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another.
So, that just makes me think of, because the voice was said trickery and lies. Is Kai tricking and lying on purpose? Or, because what I would assume is just that that's just what he thinks. Like, he genuinely thinks, because, I mean, that's just how I could see somebody just thinking that, so. Liviana suggested I visit a watcher.
An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Hi, I need you by my side. Can I count?
Tracking down mysterious assassins with a godlike who returned from death, all while the rumored dream scourge spreads. Can't say I'm prepared, but I'm ready.
We'll talk more of the dream scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Balrog? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
Alright. Claviger Eamon, I know the blighting of the Strangleroot is a cause for concern, but I must strongly discourage any trade deal that involves buying additional crops from Fiora Miss Ibarano. We cannot endorse a blasphemous trade of animancy, much less welcome it at our dinner tables. Dear Diary, here I am in the Living Lands. This island might not be the safest vacation spot, but it's certainly the most colorful. Also the most flavorful, according to these mushrooms. And mushrooms seldom lie. Before I forget, I promised Bakarna I'd bring back a souvenir. There's rumor of a fallen star in Emerald Stair. Could be a nice addition to her collection. Message is scribbled on the inside cover. If found, please return to Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. We found this book on a public bench. After careful study, our scribe confirmed the handwriting matches the signature found on scrolls of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Be advised that Tane is in the Living Lands. As a member of the Circle of Archmagi, he has license to go where he pleases. We will observe him at a distance, but no one is to engage him. Tane is either a harmless fool or one of the most dangerous people alive. We simply cannot take that chance. I shall read all the lore shit later. But I have limited time to do stuff with the kids, so... Ambassador Hilgard, I have maintained order in Paradise for many years. I know the city. When there's a good leader and fair policy, there is peace. But you have allowed the Steel Garrote to terrorize my people, to sow distrust and fear. I suggest you tighten your Inquisitor's leash, or the embassy might not carry your banners for long. Lavender Eben. Part of me is wondering if, the guy got rid of the Claviger. Okay, let's go back and do some more of the spiders.
Here it comes. I don't think the new owners like company.
Beyond sync!
Next one's mine.
Ulfen! Beyond sync!
I wanted to use fire, but I ran out of essence. This is kind of ominous. We can alter with...
Stand back. Coming in hot.
I don't know if, like, anything can hide in there. Doesn't look like it, so... The skull's rolling. That's kind of cool. That's obviously where we go next. Okay, so I just opened myself a back way into the city? Does this go anywhere? I can see this is going to be one of those games where,
Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't an easy place to make a life.
we don't always get a lot of
needs
progress done each
resourcefulness.
stream. I swear I saw a prompt somewhere. No, maybe not.
Good find.
That's weird that the water sound just completely disappeared when I got back here. I get that they don't want to, like, blow out people's ears, but... We found a secret, though. Okay, and there's probably... I'm probably supposed to be able to jump across here. Well, let's finish exploring the actual city before we... Also, what's that ring? Slowly regenerate health while wet? So, if I just go stand in a fountain, I will be able to heal for free. Got it. I'm gonna try it. There was actually a fountain back here, too. Cool. Okay. Does this not count as being wet?
Recently arrived envoy from Adir was assassinated just inside the front gate. Killer is still at large. A captain from the Valian trading company.
Oh, I was hoping for something more amusing because I'm the person that was assassinated.
Come on. Walk in, give her the letter, and go. You can do this. You don't have to say anything. The letter will do the talking for you.
You seem nervous. Is something wrong?
Sort of. Maybe you can help. I was seeing this girl, Nasha, down at the bathhouse. I'm sure it was just business at first, but we fell in love. I haven't been in a while, though. And the thing is, I've met someone else.
She works at a bathhouse, so it's always just business. Oh.
That's what everyone tells me. They just couldn't see what we had. I wrote her a letter, but I'm too cowardly to deliver it. If you're headed that way, would you mind giving it to her?
I'm an envoy, not a local messenger.
I understand. I probably wouldn't want to sort out a stranger's problems either. Deep breaths, Velia. You've got to think. I hope she won't be sad. Though maybe what she doesn't know won't hurt her. I hope she won't be sad.
Okay.
Maybe what she doesn't
So
know
that's
won't
it.
hurt her.
Okay, so there's another quest over here.
Hey, so close. But what's the point? It's useless without that Agra. Oh, you are a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us.
What do you know about godlikes?
I know we had one or two disappear lately. Gods took them back, I heard. Just another sign, I guess. You should know, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of madness. Even the plants and the animals feel it.
What do you mean the plants and animals feel it?
Something is happening here. The plants and the animals are changing. No one knows why, or exactly what's doing it. Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service. My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas.
A recovery potion, I assume? I imagine the awakened Adra would be difficult to get.
Awakened Adra has already failed me. No, I have the misfortune of requiring luminous Adra for this experiment. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath.
Luminous Adra is very hard to find unless they could afford to buy some outright.
Which is impossible. Yes, I thought so too. But they offered a very sensible deal and swore they had a supplier. Certainly seemed honest to me. My friends
Thank
must
you
have
for the
lied,
follow.
or
Welcome,
they got
welcome.
the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it.
A trained animancer might know where to find Luminous Adra if you know any.
Interesting that you think I'd name names while talking to the newly arrived envoy from Adir. But yes, Adelgund, often by the western gate, she knew some animancers, and she might know something. Hmm?
As desperate as it sounds, things might get a little dangerous.
I don't wish them ill, but I really need that Adra. Any luminous Adra will do, he said, as if the stuff were falling from the sky.
Okay. Let's say there's an enemy up there. Maybe? Because some of these are high level. But not all of them. Which Untimely End and Escape Plan. So Untimely End is too high, probably. Escape Plan, maybe, though. Yeah, and this is too high level. Like, it's not level, it's, like, gear level, essentially.
No, no. I need
Ooh, I
something
see
that
a lot of
says
quests.
learning, but mysterious. Zatis are most expensive there.
Let's see what we got here.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or maybe more essence. Please buy something. I'm trying to prove a point.
And that point is...
My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead?
Dagger's all well and good until your enemy summons a fireball. I wish there was one that's like they both have their uses, but... Okay. Trying to sell some of my extra shit. Ooh. Because I like that parasitic staff. So I might come back and buy that. But I want to see what else is over here.
You there. You look like you know your way around... hello. I heard what happened. I see why you'd want to protect yourself.
Okay. Okay, so she doesn't even have, like, a lot that's, like, crazy. I'm gonna go buy that other grimoire.
I knew you'd be back.
Cool. Okay, sweet. Very cool. Quest? Oh!
The hunters set that up as a way to earn some extra coin.
You're a brave soul, Andre.
Reward will be given for killing Octave, the firebrand. Oh, I found this dude! He's too, like, hard for me right now, but... A reward will be given for killing the ogre Raw guy. He took over leadership of a Jorop tribe and is wanted for the recent killings of the town citizens.
Going to take on the ogre then? Reckon you...
Reward will be given for killing Tempestuous Luandi. She is a known smuggler ringleader wanted for numerous crimes against the citizens. Okay.
Tempestuous Luandi caught your eye, huh?
The Yellow Bands. A reward will be given for killing the Yellow Bands. They're responsible for a number of raids on the northern farm.
There ain't many ways into that camp from what I've heard. You might want to consider trying to find one. The frontal assault.
I always thought they should move to High Market. Then they'd make enough to eat.
So B is the landies. They should be up here.
I wouldn't go up there, stranger. That's Sparrowhawk territory. Hail. I take it you're new to these parts? If so, you're going to want to heed my advice. Up these stairs is the Pearl District. Ever since the Sparrowhawks took over, it's become a right deadly place.